Hey everyone. Well, welcome to today's video. It is March the 29th, 2017. It is day 26 of TowerGate. Well. I have some very interesting news to report to you today. This actually just popped up last night. It has not been picked up by the mainstream media at this point, even though it occurred on mainstream media. Some bloggers are catching on to it now. I expect within the next day or two that this will be blowing up all over the place. So you will be one of the first to hear about it right here. Here is what happened. Apparently, on the 27th, a woman named, what is her name? Her name is Farkas. Evelyn Farkas, F-A-R-K-A-S. Evelyn Farkas. She was the deputy defense person there in the Obama administration. She went on CNN with The Morning Joe and Mika Brzezinski, and she was having a conversation, and she stated that, and I wrote this down, that yes, they spied on Trump. She says they did everything they could to hide their sources from Trump and disseminate as much info as possible so that there would be leaks. This woman sat right there on CNN and said that, oh yeah, we had an operation going to spy on Trump, and we didn't want them to learn about our sources or anything like that. We didn't want them to know how we were getting this information. And oh yeah, we spread this information and disseminated this information throughout to make sure that this information would get out so that it wouldn't be buried or wouldn't be taken with the people who would leave once the new administration came in. So she's admitting, and keep in mind, she is inside the administration. She is the deputy, she's defense deputy, whatever that position is, but it's inside the Obama White House. She's basically saying that within the Obama White House that they were either running a surveillance operation or they were aware of a surveillance operation that was being run. They were doing this to gather information on Trump and people around him and their associations with Russia, and that they did everything they could to hide this, and also did everything they could to disseminate this information throughout the intelligence community, which explains why he opened up this information sharing to all intelligence agencies. So that answers some of those questions. So what in the world is going on? Why would she come out and say that? She basically just came out and admitted that within the Obama administration, yeah, they were spying on Trump, spreading the information throughout the intelligence agencies. Now, one of two things is going on here. Either she just got excited and said something that she wasn't supposed to say, and I don't think that's the case because she's not an idiot. She's was high up in the Obama administration. She's got a PhD, so she's probably not a fool. She has to know what she just said. So why would she come out and say that? Well, maybe it's because that they realize now that Nunes has now got this kind of information. He's going to get more of it. He's going to put all this together, and they are going to find that there was a surveillance operation that was, if not being run by the Obama administration, certainly was being run by the FBI or intelligence agencies or someone like that, and they were well aware of it. They were monitoring it. They were a big part of it, and they were a big part of disseminating this information to create these leaks. So why would she say that if she's not an idiot and just misspoke? Well, she would say that because they realize that the evidence is going to come out and that this is going to be proven to be true. And so I think by doing it this way, they can put this out there and get the conversation started. And then at that point, when Nunes decides to come out to drop the bombshell, there is no bombshell because they've already leaked it. And they've leaked it through MSNBC, and she did it in such a way that you'll have to watch the video. I have provided a link in my description so that you can click on the link in the description and you can watch it for yourself. It only takes about a minute to watch, and you can see plainly exactly what I'm telling you is exactly what she said. So this must be kind of like a pressure relief valve. They go ahead and admit, have someone from his administration admit that in fact they were part of a surveillance operation and all this kind of stuff, and that way they kind of take the take the air out of the sails of Nunes. That way he can't drop this major truth bomb because they've already put it out there. This is a classic Clinton technique right here. This is absolutely classic Clinton. Clintons used to do this all the time to deal with their scandals. They would get ahead of the scandal by coming out and making a statement which would get the conversation started, and then once they were once this wrongdoing will be exposed, they could say, hey, we weren't hiding anything. We actually came out and said this is what we were doing, or what have you. So it's just a way of limiting the damage that you know is coming, that you get it out there and get ahead of it and get ahead of the story before it drops on your head like a ton of bricks. So this is probably what's happening, but there's no doubt that Nunes, if he hasn't seen this already, I'm sure will be seeing this in the next 24, no more than 48-hour news cycle, because it's mind-boggling. I had to watch it like 5 times and literally think about it for a second. It's like, did she just say what I just heard her say? Did she actually just say that? You can watch the video for yourself, folks. I put the link in the description. It's absolutely unbelievable. So this is we've taken a very interesting turn now, because it's obvious that this what Nunes has is going to be coming out. They're trying to get ahead of it, and now they're admitting that in fact this was done. So now the way that they're going to defend themselves on this is that to keep playing into their narrative that Donald Trump is dangerous because he and people around him are part of a Russian conspiracy. This is how they're going to play this. They're going to say, well, we were so afraid and so worried for the country because we were going to have this man Trump coming in and his team, who are all tied to Russia, part of this big Russian plan, whatever that plan may be. And so we wanted to make sure that this information got out, because we have to save the country from Trump and his Russian counterpart Putin, because they're going to do whatever they're going to do. So this is the only thing they can do, is to keep feeding into the narrative. I mean, they can't change the narrative. They already own that narrative. So this is a way that they can kind of, because if you watch the way, and I'm sure if you watch the video you'll see what I'm saying, she didn't just come out and admit to this. She told why they were doing it, and acted like, oh yeah, we were so nervous, we knew we had to get this out, we knew that this, because if Trump came in, this would all be buried, and we had to get the truth out about his collusion with Russia. So this is how they're going to feed this into the narrative. This is how they're going to try to defend themselves from the truth bomb that's coming out, that the Obama administration was in fact conducting surveillance on Trump and his team, a political thing. But they're going to try to say, well, it wasn't about trying to get information to hurt Trump, to hurt his chances to win the presidency, or to diminish his presidency once he came into office. No. This was all about saving the country from Trump and the Russians. This is how they're going to try to spin it. It's all they've got. It's very, very interesting to see this. So check out the video. The link is in the description, and you will see what I'm telling you is 100% correct. This story, I expect, will take off in the next 24 to 48 hours, and everyone will see this video. But go ahead and click on the link, and you'll be one of the first to see it. And you'll see exactly what I'm telling you is true, and that this is a major turning point at this stage of the game, and this will certainly change the way this investigation moves forward. Nunes, I'm sure someone will send him a video of this, and he'll be seeing this probably very shortly. And this is going to change radically where this goes. So check it out. And it is day 26 of TowerGate, March 29th, 2017. This is where we are. If anything else happens later in the day, I'll do another video. But at this point, I think this is definitely the news of the day. Check it out. Y'all be good. Bye.